Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. I have a little trusty, dusty cough drop in my, because I was coughing. But anyway, Daily Recap fans. Today's Daily Recap is for Thursday, December the 21st, 2023. Thursday, December the 21st. This year's almost gone, y'all. Oh my God, almost gone. So let's dive right in. Um, let's see, who's my first picture? This was so funny. Ava and Avery are over, to Sonny's because it's Christmas Eve. Everybody's supposed to be coming over to his place, um, with the exception of possibly Donna, because Donna's at Carly's. I think Donna's probably going to be there the next day because Donna's not here. So anyway, um, Avery's happy, she's trying to negotiate with Sonny on opening more than one present, you know, and he didn't budge. So she goes and, you know, she goes in the back. She's helping Pilar make cookies. And Nina and Ava, Dante comes. That's what happened. Dante asked to speak to Sonny outside. So he gives him the rundown on Brennan. He gives him the rundown. And with that rundown, he lets him know that, Brennan's arrested. He's head of the WSB. They didn't necessarily know the Pikeman connection. And he goes, but I don't feel it was Brennan. Why would he go, Sonny? Why would the head of the WSB use a weapon that was in the WSB's possession to shoot at you and Anna and leave that weapon? And he mentioned, it's not Cyrus Renault either. So Sonny says, that means I've got somebody else out there, another enemy out there. And so Dante's like, it looks like it. And I wanted to let you know because I wanted you to be on high alert. Okay, watch your back. And he said, thank you. And so Sonny says, Dante's like, look, anyway, sorry to pull you away. And he goes, look, you family. He goes, you want, why aren't you? He goes, no, Dad, look, I have got to go because we've got plans, right? Now, I don't know what the plans were because Sam was at Alexis's and Dante, after he left Sonny, went to Alexis's. But where's Scout? Where's Danny? Nope, Scout was there because at Alexis's house. Scout was definitely there because TJ and Molly were playing with Scout. But I don't know where Rocco and where Danny was. Those two, MIA. And they didn't even make up a story for them. It's like they only had one girl there. So, because look, Rocco is Sonny's grandfather. Yeah, is Sonny's grandson. So he loves his grandchildren, but yet they haven't shown Rocco all year. They never show Rocco interacting with the family. So we forget Rocco is actually related to Sonny. So anyway, Ava and uh, Nina were talking, and Nina's like, you still need to tell Sonny what is happening. She's like, I told you, Nina. I'm not going to tell Sonny. I can handle it myself. If I run to Sonny every time something happens, I might as well move in with you newlyweds, right? And I'm not going to do that. So Sonny, he says, I'm just not going to tell him, and like, don't bother me. And Sonny's like, tell me what? You're not going to tell me what? So Ava looks at him and says, oh, she's trying to make up a lie on her feet. And Nina goes, somebody delivered a gun that could have been the one that shot Austin into Ava's new apartment. And Ava looked at Nina. Sonny said they did what? And Ava kind of turns her head to the side and Sonny says, Nina, can you give me and Ava a moment. And Nina's like, sure. And she tiptoes out of there, right? And Sonny said, all right, you're going to tell me what's going on. You're going to tell me right now. You're not going to leave anything out and start from the beginning. Well, the first note was delivered at Windermere, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, wait, why am I just hearing about this now? Well, because I was trying to fix it. And oh my goodness, or handle it myself. So she went and told the rest and says that she thinks Nicholas is trying to frame her. He goes, bring that gun to me. And she goes, what? Not on Christmas Eve. And he goes, then tomorrow. You bring that gun to me first thing tomorrow. But Sonny, you know that it's Christmas. Ava, this is not open for discussion. So she goes, I'll try. See, she never really committed to doing it, which is stupid. Sonny, because he goes, I'm going to have Brick find out where this gun came from. And so she's like, well, I'll try. And I'm thinking, try. She should have right then and there said, hey, you know what? Can you send one of the bodyguards with me? We'd go get it right now. She should want that out of her house, out of her possession, right? So Sonny's like, I'm going to handle it. And, you know, I've told you about keeping things from me. So now while they're there and they're talking, Michael meets Ned because let's see, the Quartermain house, it was so cute at their house. No, that's Maxie's house. This was even interesting. Cody comes by with presents for everybody, the kids, Maxie, Felicia, and Mac, which was interesting because Felicia's like, do you always give gifts to your boss's parents? You know, and he's like, well, you know what? You guys have been good to me. So yeah. And he told Sasha, your gift, I didn't bring here. I'm going to give you your gift later. So she goes, and I look forward to it. So then Spinelli comes in with his key and his bags, and Spinelli sees Cody. What are you doing here? And I'm thinking, why is Spinelli acting like that to Cody? I completely forgot in the beginning Cody was blackmailing Spinelli about that stupid storyline with that dating app, you know. I completely forgot about the whole blackmail thing. So Spinelli ain't forgot that. And you know what, Spinelli, I wouldn't have forgot it either. Cody wasn't a good guy. So anyway, he pretty much says, this is for family and you are not family. So Cody says, well, I was only here just to drop off gifts and I've done that. So I could go ahead and leave. And so Felicia's like, now, wait a minute. Maxie, you know, Cody, we want you to stay. Maxie will want you to stay. And Spinelli's like, I don't know why you all are giving this, you know, the benefit of the doubt and blah, blah, blah. And so Cody says, you know what? It's not worth it. No. This is a family holiday. I don't want to cause any confusion. I am going to just go. So he leaves. As soon as he leaves, Sasha looks at Spinelli and says, you were way out of line. Cody was Maxie's guest. And so even Felicia says, and you know, Spinelli, just because you're staying here, that doesn't give you the right to be rude to Maxie's friends or guests or employees. And he's like, oh, you're right. I should have tempered myself or whatever, you know how he speaks, you know. And he goes, I'll find him and I will apologize. So he goes into the stables and he does his backwards apology, you know, saying that I'm still watching you, right? Because Sasha said, he saved my life. And without Cody risking everything, because Cody said, Spinelli, I thought we got past this. We worked together to save Sasha. He said, me working to save Sasha doesn't mean you and I are good on anything, right? And so anyway, he goes and he says, I was wrong in taking the liberty of asking you to leave Maximista's house. But I don't trust you. And but he was Spinelli. And Damien says, and Cody said, I understand. I have changed this then, but I know what I did. So your feelings are valid towards me. And we'll try to have as little to do with each other as possible. And so Spinelli is yelling kind of at him, attitude, and we got Comet. I haven't seen Comet in forever. I thought Comet kicked the bucket. But anyway, look, Comet was like, like, oh, who are you talking to my handler like that? And he was getting a little upset. And so Cody was said, Spinelli, look, you may not want to be, don't you tell me what I may not want to do, because he's trying to say you may not want to be backing into the horse, because he could see Comet was getting flustered, right? And all of a sudden you saw it off camera, the horse is neighing, right? And he bit Spinelli and Spinelli bit him on his shoulder. It should have been the back of his shoulder, really, or maybe the side of his arm. So Cody's like, I'll get the first aid kit. And so Cody's taking stuff out the kit. Spinelli's like, don't need you to help me. That animal should be. He goes, no, Comet is fine. Comet is just very protective of me. And he didn't like the way you were talking to me. And so Spinelli ended up skedaddling out of there real quick because Comet's like, I'll fight you again. Okay. that was cute. That was really, really cute. And Felicia kept saying, no, she feels something's up. She goes, Spinelli's right. Something's up with Cody. And she goes, you know what? And I think it has something to do with that DNA test. And remember, Cody told Sasha the truth. So Sasha was replaying in her mind what Cody said. And she's thinking, oh no, Felicia's going to get close to this, right? So she's probably going to end up telling Cody, you better come clean because Felicia's going to figure it out. And we have Alexis's house. Everybody's there. Sam is there. Christina, Molly, and TJ. No Jordan this year. Normally Jordan is with them on all family occasions. So Sam sees the brochure about skydiving. And Alexis signed a waiver form. And Sam's like, what is this? And Alexis talking about how much she don't want to do it. She's being drugged into doing it. And Gregory. And I guess maybe Sam doesn't know about Gregory's ALS, because she should say this. The reason why I'm truly doing it is this is the bucket list for him. And I said I would do it because he doesn't want to do it alone. So then Dante comes in after, leaving Sunny, and he talks about he's done skydiving a couple of times. And, you're going to enjoy it. And this, that, and the other, how his instructor played a joke on him, saying that the parachute was not going to open and all this other stuff. He goes, but I had such a good time. And Alexis ran upstairs. Probably, I think she threw up in the toilet because Dante scared her. So she came back down, and Sam was trying to do some reverse psychology because Sam said, Mom, you do not have to do it. You don't have to do it at all. So she goes, as a matter of fact, look, I could pull the concerned daughter card, and I'll call Gregory and I'll tell him your ALS is acting up and your doctor doesn't want you to do it. She goes, well, my doctor didn't say I couldn't, but she didn't necessarily advise it. She goes, see, that's a perfect excuse. She said, you know what, Mom? Here's the thing. I'm really going to just have to put my foot down and say, you can't do it. And when she said that, Alexis was like, no. I will be going. That did that. So Christina was listening to TJ and Molly playing with Scout. And she was, looking at them like, what great parents they're going to make, and she was happy for them. And then Molly and TJ, they said, Christina, can we talk to you for a few moments? So they took her to the table, the dining room table, and they told her that the doctor said it's going to take a lot longer than they thought. And they didn't feel it was fair for her to put her life on hold like that. And Christina says, "What do you mean put your life on hold?" And so she says, "On hold because Chrissy, it's going to take time for we got to find the donor egg, the harvesting of that egg, and sometimes the harvesting doesn't always work, and we got to start harvesting again." She goes, "It could be more than a year, and that is unfair to you to put your life on hold for that amount of time. You've got your LGBTQ center opening up. There's so much that we don't want to intrude." And so Christina's like, "But guys, I'm so willing to do this for you." And they're like, "And we know, Chrissy, and that's why we love you. But we want you to know that, you know, we can't ask you to take that amount of time of your life out. Like we've taken one devastating blow after another, but this is too long to ask you to wait." And so they get up or walk away, or they're talking, and Christina comes back to them. She comes back and she says, "Guys, look, you know what? I've been thinking, I really, really want you to, you know, get this process going and have your baby as soon as possible." She says, "What if you don't have to wait that long?" And she says, they're like, "Wait, what are you talking about? What if I'm not just the surrogate, I'm also the egg donor?" And Molly, they looked at her and they looked at each other, and she goes, "Wait, Chrissy," she goes, "I want to do this. I want to help make you two parents. I will donate my eggs, right?" And I don't think they finished, like made it a done deal, because they're like, "No, Chrissy, you need to think about it. No, Chrissy. And so we probably are going to get back to that conversation. And see, it didn't dawn on me. Remember, we were saying the other day, why would it take so long? It sure didn't take so long with the other surrogate, but remember, the other surrogate used her own eggs. All she had to do was come in for the um, fertilization, the in vitro, I think, fertilization process. That was it. You know, they just had to get TJ sperm in there, you know, and watch it take. So I could see how it would be a much, much faster process than having to harvest Christina's eggs, get her body ready to harvest eggs, to put them in yeah. Anyway, so this is where the problem's going to start, because now the child would biologically be Christina's. I could see how the way just her being the surrogate with a donor egg, she wouldn't be attached, but she's going to be attached to this. And this was cute. I love seeing Monica. They had a cover story as to why Monica's in a wheelchair. She slipped and sprained her ankle in the driveway. So we have Yuri wheeling her in. He loves his Monica. It's like he thinks of Monica, I think, as a mother. Loves her. And Monica, Tracy was going crazy because Willow came in with some sparkly little reindeer antlers that Lois gave her. And Tracy was trying to tell her, "You know what? Don't you feel silly? Those are for kids, and you're the only adult in the room with that on your head." And Willow's just smiling. She goes, "The kids love it." She goes, "Yeah, but there's no kids in here." And so Lois comes in, she's not gonna be the only one. I have reindeer antlers for all of us. So she gives one to Olivia, and Olivia puts it on her head. And she gives one to Brooklyn. Brooklyn puts it on her head, and she comes, and "I have one for you, Tracy." And Tracy's like, "There is no way in, I'm gonna put that on my head. And why are you still here anyway? You need to take the A train back to Bensonhurst." And so then they're teasing her and talking, more with more of their Brooklyn accents. you know. And so even Brooklyn goes, hey, or Lois says the A train does not go to Bensonhurst. And her and Olivia start laughing. And they're like, no, it's the XYZ train and blah, blah, blah. And you got to transfer to the so and so. And then Brooklyn says, yeah, but you can also take the bus from the. And Tracy's like, oh my God, just to get them to shut up. She takes the antlers and puts it on and says, just stop the conversation with me. And Monica is already in the room at the time. And Monica, they give Monica some ears. She's in the picture right there with her ears on. And the look on her face, and she's looking at Tracy, be Tracy, right? She's looking at Tracy, give everybody grief over being Tracy. So anyway, she talks to Lois and she tells Lois, you know what, Lois, I've always liked you. And you are welcome to stay here as long as you want. Because she heard Tracy saying, you should get back to Bensonhurst. She goes, as long as you want. And so she goes, really, Monica, I don't want to overstay my welcome. She goes, you're not overstaying. She says, besides, anybody that can get under Tracy's skin as well as you can is welcome to stay here a long time. So they laugh and chuckle and they, have a good laugh. And she goes, oh, she'll stay a little while longer, she'll stay a bit. Um, but that was it. Let me see. Did I cover? Oh, Michael meets Ned in the stables. And he offered to give Ned half of his proxy shares of ELQ. And Ned's like, what's the catch? Michael said, I'm just doing you a solid, Ned. And so Ned goes, no. Why are you doing Nina's bidding for her? He says, you know that she turned your mother in. So why are you helping her? And he goes, I'm not helping Nina. He said, but Willow is happy right now. My father is happy. And that's what's important. He's like, because he goes, and Ned is like, don't trust Nina. When Willow comes in, Michael, and he looks at Ned like, don't you tell Willow. And so she goes, it's time for us to go to Sonny's. And he goes, I'll be right there. She goes, okay, I'll get the kids ready. So she walks out. And he says, Willow's happiness is what's important to me. And then Ned said, he goes, now you're going to take it or not, Ned? You know this is what you want because I am the single largest shareholder in ELQ, which I didn't know. And he goes, and now me giving you half of my proxy switches it to you. You've wanted this all along. And he says, yep, I'll take it. And he's like, Michael, don't trust Nina. And he goes, oh, I don't. Keep an eye on her. He's like, I'm still managing her. So they go over to Sonny's house and Michael tells Nina, I took care of the Ned situation for you. Now, you just make sure you keep honoring our agreement. And so everybody's around the tree and Sonny and everybody, and Nina's kind of by the credenza, and Ava comes out the back. And Ava's like, why are you looking like this? And she goes, Michael, he just never lets up. He cannot let it go. And so Ava says, you know what you do to people, and you do them wrong, and then you just expect them because you feel you deserve to be forgiven. You expect all is to be forgiven. Well, Nina, it doesn't work that way. And Nina says, hey, whose side are you on? She goes, Nina, I'm your friend. And as your friend, I'm telling you the truth. People are not going to forgive you for the thing that you turn and you hurt a lot of people. And sometimes they just don't forgive you. So I'm your friend, and a friend can tell you that. So now let's go to comment corner. Oh, and by the way, everybody, I read Soap Opera Digest. January 10th and 11th, they're going to do the tribute to Bobby Spencer's death. Jackie, I think Zolman was her name, the passing of her. They're going to finally honor or say farewell to Bobby. Lucas, her son, is going to come back for the, I guess, memorial service. So This ought to be good. They're doing a whole 2 days of it. So anyway, let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Richard says, another great review, daily recap, lady. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you for keeping us updated all year. Thank you, Richard. Sabrina says, hi, daily recap, lady. I think you said that Charlotte is going after Anna again if she finds out Valentine was with Anna. He will just take her and disappear with no consequences or actions. I love Felicia and Spinelli's scheme with really schemes for Maxie. I wanted them back together. Stella and Marshall, I just can't. Too much mess for me, or too messy for me. Portia is not through with her campaign against Spencer. Spencer was so sincere with what he said to Portia and Curtis. I think so too. Also, I love the earring Spencer gave to Trina, but where was her gift for Spencer? I know. I can't with creepy Adam. Dex is side-eyeing him the whole time. J Girl says Damian Spinelli. That's right. His first name is actually Damien. And Susan says his name is John Brennan. That was the WSB guy. I always say Brennan. I forgot his first name. It's John Brennan. Nakisha says Damian Spinelli. I don't know. I didn't know he was on another soap. Yes, he is on Days of Our Lives. Which one? Also, you might like peppermint in your hot chocolate. Peppermint. Ugh. It's actually quite cool. It's kind of like Andy's chocolate mint. Thank you for another great recap. DL says, hi, recap lady. Some info regarding the movie Christina Comes for Christmas. It's a fake movie created by ABC. It's mentioned on One Life to Live and All My Children. Oh, I guess they just like making that's a classic, right? And then user NZ says Spinelli's name is Damian Spinelli. You're right. And then user ZX says, happy holidays. Thank you for doing a good job on your reviews. And then Clemmy says Bradford Anderson, that's the actor, is Spinelli. Yeah, that's his actual name. But I meant what's his first name? What's his actual name on General Hospital? Some people think it's Spinelli, and it's Spinelli's his last name. Dora says Spinelli gets on my nerves. And then Lady Laura says Damian Spinelli. Eduardo says, could that homeless man be Jason in disguise? Which homeless man? The one that Carly fed? If you meant him, no. Linda says, it would be great if he was Damien. So was there a homeless person that was at Royce Plaza that I missed? And Richard says to Linda, agreed. P. Merle says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. You're so crazy. You make me laugh every day. I predict 2,000 subscribers by the start of 2024. Uh-oh. All right. Subscribe, everybody. Interesting relationship scenes between Anna and Valentine, ending so bittersweet. Stella and Marshall butting into rekindling. Portia and Curtis fake. Shocked that Spencer actually shut Portia's mouth for once. And then Dacia says, Spencer and Trina and Josh should be aware of Esme. She's gotten her memories back. Esme's going to hold that under wraps while she works her devilish magic. Spencer should think about Esme might cause trouble for Trina and Spencer's relationship. She'll use Ace to come between Spencer and Trina. Nobody's going to know that girl has her memories back for a while. That's what's going to keep us going till next summer. Watch. She's going to do some dirt all the way through next summer. Dacia says they should hold Charlotte accountable for her actions, stop enabling her bad behavior, and covering up her bad behavior. And then Bernice says, never a fan of Spinelli. If you were me, why? I couldn't. If you ask me why, you can't tell me. And then P. Merle says, oh no, Damien is a lovable nerd. They don't call him the Jackal for nothing. And then Lucy says, it's great to see Damien Jackal Spinelli back. Clever scene by him and Felicia to help Maxie out financially. Spinelli moves in and pays rent and utilities. J Girl says exactly. Her pride is saved. She gets much needed help. Lisa says, what happened to Phyllis? Maybe she could be in a triangle with Marshall and Stella. And P. Merrill says, right. She dropped off the face of the earth after she kept encouraging Nina to pursue married Sonny. And then Lori says, happy holidays and thank you for doing such enjoyable recaps. You are welcome, Lori. Listen, everybody, happy holidays to you. That was the last comment at Comment Corner for today. I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.